Hey everybody, TC Bradley, host of God Made Millionaire TV. I have been waiting all week for you, yes you, to come back to this show to activate your God-given dream. We've got a special show lined up for you tonight. My very good friend, Lee Shelby. Lee Shelby had a workplace accident that cost him both of his hands, and he's dedicated his life to living a no-excuses life. But for right now, let's crack open the vault and let's start our show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, TC.
Lee, take us back to the day that your accident occurred, if you wouldn't mind, to start our show off.
My accident happened on August 12, 1991. So I worked for a utility in Tennessee. And as a lineman, I was working one day and I cut down a conductor. Whenever I cut down that conductor, my right hand contacted a primary conductor, which meant 13,200 volts of electricity. Goes in this hand, into this hand, in my arm, and come on under my armpit.
And it cost you both of your hands.
Burned both of them off.
So take the viewers at home into that hospital room. What was your reaction? Take us into that room, if you don't mind.
The last thing you remember is going to work. Okay, that was it. The next thing I do, I wake up, and I'm looking up at the hospital ceiling. I had a 23-day hospital stay, so it took probably, I'd say 10 to 12 days for me to wake up. Whenever I did wake up, suspended over my head or my arms. The only problem was there wasn't any hand at the end of them.
So what went through your mind in that moment? You saw that. It had to be horrifying.
You know, it wasn't horror, but it was confusion. I was angry at everything right then, at that moment.
Right.
Okay? But there's one thing, you know, and I'll tell you, it was just like everyone, I'm human. I did question for a few minutes why God had done this to me.
Right, right.
There, you know, and I wanted to know. But at the end of the day, He did not do this. This was an accident that happened. This was an accident. There is no reason for me to get mad at God for this, because God didn't have anything to do with doing this.
Tell us about your mom and dad and their reaction to their son suffering such a horrific accident.
Well, whenever my accident happened on that day, my parents got a phone call from my safety supervisor at the time and told them that they had to get down to the hospital. So my parents drive down to the hospital. Now the only news that they have is that I'm still breathing. That's it. Their drive down to the hospital is probably 15, 20 minutes. Once they get there, they get in the hospital, in the emergency room, and they're with my doctor. And he's standing there explaining to my parents why their son, their only son, is gonna probably, there's a 99.9% chance when Lee leaves this hospital, he's not leaving with those hands. So they're trying to process all this. Okay, both of them are. But at that moment, my father has this idea. And he looked at my doctor and he said, take me to the operating room. Lee's left-handed, I'm right-handed. He's my son. Amputate and transplant my left hand onto him. And my doctor said, I can't do that. But that man was willing to give up a limb for me. That is very powerful. And to know that, what I did to them, you know, by putting them in that situation was something that I can't take back.
Right.
But they live with that.
What was the toughest moment at that time when this happened to you?
Whenever you start trying to process what happened, and I started realizing that they're actually gone. They're never going to come back. I'm never going to get them back. It was very hard. It was extremely hard. For a long time, every night I would go to bed and I would think that, you know, this is the end of the day. In the morning, I'll wake up, it'll be August the 13th. Go back to work. Normal day. It never came. Every morning, I'd wake up, look down, nothing there. I had to come to reality. That's the way it was. That's where the forgiveness comes in. I had to forgive myself. I knew God didn't have anything to do with this. This was me. I forgave myself and I got better as I did that.
Do you realize There are people right now watching this program, and they have a angst against God because of something that happened in their life that was not fair. They didn't bargain for it. They didn't ask for it, but yet it was found on their doorstep. And so they feel in their minds that they have an excuse, a reason to charge God with what had happened in their life, for that divorce that went bad, the partnership that went bad, the diagnosis that was unexpected. And you're telling me in that hospital bed with your arms hanging above your head that you only blame God for a few moments?
Yeah, there was no reason for me to blame him. But what you're talking about, those people that are watching this, I'm you. I'm every one of you that are watching this. I went through that. Now, whenever you blame him, there is no excuse for this. There is no reason to blame God for it. You know, the one thing that I did take out of this was every morning I wake up.
Right.
I wake up, I open my eyes, I can walk, I can get out of bed. There was more things to be thankful for than anything else. All I did was lose my hands. So whatever you're going through out there, whatever you're going through, there is no excuse for you to not get up and continue on, because you've got God on your side. There's no excuses. I couldn't make any excuses. I have no hands, but I couldn't make excuses for not carrying on my life.
Lee Shelby, you are absolutely one of the most inspirational men that I've ever met in my lifetime. I want you to know that.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of your comeback. The comeback is epic. Your comeback is phenomenal. You've written 2 books, No Hands and No Excuses. You've written another book as well that debuted on the bestseller list. And you have rebranded yourself, and now you are one of the top speakers in the country and on the topic of workplace safety. And you fly all over inspiring people.
Right.
As a matter of fact, what I want to do now, talking about the comeback, is I had my producers go into the vault, and we found some footage of you working out. So what I want to do is, for the audience at home, our audience, we want to play just a few moments of the Lee Shelby working out. Lee Shelby, you are a beast, sir.
Thank you very much.
You are a beast. I will tell you, there are people all across the world now watching that, and they had their resolutions to work out, but they've allowed excuses in their way. You, sir, have not allowed any excuses to come. You know, Lee, I think of your story, and when you actually take a moment to think of the challenges that you face really on a daily basis, you know, from buttoning your shirt to getting dressed in the morning to sending a text message. There are so many challenges that you face in your life. How did you overcome those challenges?
One day at a time, one moment at a time, one obstacle at a time. And it was just a matter of figuring out how to do it. My phone, I figured out how to work it. I figured out that it's an exercise in patience, I can tell you that. Because what takes you 1 minute to do will take me 3 minutes to do. So to learn how to be patient and figure it out was what was the hardest part, because I was a very impatient person in the beginning, but now I've learned patience, and I've just learned how to do these things.
Right, right. Lee Shelby, the Lee Shelby. What I'd like you to do, Lee, is there are people watching this program right now, and they've made excuses for why they haven't done what God has called them to do. They've made excuses of why they haven't forgiven themselves for a mistake that they've made that harmed themselves and affected their families. Right. They have blamed God even. and they're sitting here watching this and they see you, what I'd like you to do, sir, is look into that camera and deliver that message of the no hands, no excuses, if you don't mind.
Whatever challenge you're facing in life, and like TC said, every one of us have a challenge. Mine are physical, mine are out where you can see them. Yours may be inside, yours may be something you're going through inside. Whatever that challenge is, and every one of us have it, do not let yourself get into a mode of making an excuse for not being able to do that. Whatever that task is, working out, getting yourself in shape, having a good diet, getting a new job, getting an education, whatever that is that you're going through, coping with an illness, coping with a divorce, coping with a bad relationship, don't let yourself make excuses for not being able to do it, because when you do, you're going to get stuck. You're going to stop trying, and then your world's going to turn upside down even worse. So whatever you've ever gone through, you can't turn the clock back.
Come on.
All you can do is go forward. So keep going forward. Look to tomorrow. You're only promised today. You only have today. Look toward tomorrow and try to do better. Get through whatever it is. Don't make excuses.
Lee Shelby, I want to go right now offset and tackle something. I want to take something out. I'm telling you right now, because of you, I'm going to have tackling dummies offset, because you got me ready to run, you got me ready to work out, you got me ready not to have any excuses in what I do for reaching for my dreams. Thank you so much for coming by this afternoon on our show. And would you come back and see me at another time?
Yes, love to. Thank you.
Make sure you connect with Lee Shelby. His information is on the screen. Connect with this inspirational man. Send him some love on his social media. Visit his website. If you are somebody looking for a inspirational, motivational speaker, right here, he's your man. Lee Shelby, pleasure to have you. Look forward to having you back.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege tonight to bring to the stage Deante Section. Deante is a man you need to listen to. He has been given a mandate from God to break the cycle of poverty in his generation. You need to listen to this interview. Stop what you're doing and listen to my good friend Deante Section. Incredible interview. Let's go into it right now. Deante Section, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, CC.
Deante, by the time this segment is over, I am making a prediction. You are going to be everybody's best friend. You are going to be so in demand. People are going to want to know and be friends with you, because what God is doing in your life, it is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, listening at home, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. You're going to want to listen to this interview. This is incredible. Deante, give us a little backstory of yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing now, what you're up to.
I was in the Navy for about 8 years. I have a wife, 3 beautiful kids, you know. I got out the military about 2014, and at that time, I really didn't have a plan. You know, I knew I wanted to stay home with my family. I wanted to travel more. I wanted to make more birthdays, more holidays, everything I missed in the military.
Right.
So I came across the foreign exchange market, or Forex.
Tell me, for the people that are watching this, if you don't mind, I've heard the term Forex. What the heck is Forex, Deante?
Well, it's
in
actually,
the simplest terms.
Simplest terms broken down is, it stands for foreign exchange, all right? It's 200 times bigger than the stock market, okay?
Wow.
$5.4 trillion a day goes to this Forex market.
Right.
So it's basically every day the value of money goes up and down.
Okay.
You ever heard the term, the dollar isn't worth the dollar?
Right.
That's true.
Right.
All right. The value is always going up and down with every country around the world. Japan, China, New Zealand, Australia. You can position yourself, if you can predict when that dollar or the value of that currency is going to go up, you can make money when it goes up.
Right.
And we can predict when it goes down, you can also potentially profit when it goes down. And I come from a background of, if you make it somewhere, you go back to those people that supported you.
Right.
And you help them out.
Right.
So the first people, once I started getting success, I was wondering, who can I help?
Right.
So I helped my sister, my brother, my dad. I taught them how to make money in Forex, But I know I had to break it down really simple so anyone could grasp it.
Right.
And once they learned, the word got out, more people started coming, and fast forward, we're here now.
Which is my point, exactly. So first of all, thank you for your service
Thank you.
as a veteran. Thank you so much for that. But you're telling me that once you got out of the Navy, you were searching for something to do,
Yeah.
and you came across Forex trading.
Yeah.
Forex trading, and to my mind, I'm thinking Forex trading, that's complicated,
Yeah.
that's something that's risky,
Yeah.
that's involved.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that your zone of genius, that you figured it out,
Yeah.
first for yourself,
Yeah.
and then you want to reach back.
Yeah.
You want to reach back and help those that supported you
Yeah.
and contributed to your God-given dreams. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Most definitely.
So you started teaching your sister,
My sister was 34,
right?
and she's also my assistant now. All right?
So your sister was working for somebody else, and now she's working for Deante.
Now she's working for me.
All right, who else?
Then her husband, and then my dad, he's over 50, and he was able to grasp it very quickly. Now he trades
Right.
and makes money daily.
Now, Deante, come on. You're a very courageous man, right?
Yeah.
Because, if you help the family out, right, and you've got a strategy to help them, and they lose everything, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, it's definitely risk, because
Right.
I'm like, you know what, it's still risk involved. It's investments,
Right.
So once I started teaching them, I realized you're pretty good at teaching this stuff.
Right.
Who else can you help?
Right.
So our goal has always been break the cycle to generational poverty.
Whoa. See, now you're going to get me running. What's really happened here, Deante, let me see if I get this right, is God has given you an assignment, a purpose. You're the conduit to help people break that generation curse
Yes.
of poverty
Yes.
on their life. And the conduit is what he downloaded into you with this Forex trading.
Yep, that's the vehicle.
Did I hit the nail on the head?
Yeah, right on.
I'll tell you what, you are a force to be reckoned with. Anybody, you need to hook up with Deante on Facebook. You see this, you take that assignment very seriously, don't you?
Yeah, every day. Very seriously. Because I get messages every day from stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, teachers, lawyers who wanted to do something different, families that didn't know what they were going to do, and even moms and fathers that's put their children through our academy.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So you have an academy?
Yeah.
You have an academy. Tell me what happens on this academy.
All right, so it's called Break the Cycle FX. So break the cycle with Forex.
Right.
All right. We have a series of videos that breaks down Forex from beginning to end. So you don't have to know nothing at all.
Right. Like
we
me.
teach it, like nothing. Yeah.
Like me.
You come in
You're
like
telling
you.
me TC
Yeah.
can go to your academy not knowing anything, and you break it down for me.
From beginning to end in short 15, 20-minute videos so you can grasp it, go through it on your own time with a cheat sheet that I hope you guide you along the way. Now, inside that academy, we also have a community over 500 members.
500 members in your
500
community.
members, yep. And you can come ask questions, get the help you need so you never be left behind.
Right. Tell me one of your success stories. Tell
Well,
me one of those.
So our academy is geared towards people that don't know much about Forex, and also people that's been trying to learn and can't get that help.
Right.
So I did to this day, one of my favorite stories was a young man who's been trying to trade or figure it out on his own for 4 years.
Right.
No consistent results, not really where he wants to be.
Right.
Within 2 weeks of learning our strategies, his results were from being an 80% or a 40% trader to 85, 90%. So he was winning 9 trades out of 10, but he came from losing 9 trades out of 10.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, Deante, when you're talking about this, I'm thinking about the movie Wall Street,
Okay.
right, with Michael Douglas. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, that's going through my mind that here's Deante at 4 o'clock in the morning looking at the Hong Kong markets opening up or slaving over charts, and that's what my experience has taught me from watching TV.
Yeah.
Tell me how accurate that is with your life. I mean, take me into a typical day for you.
All right. So with technology and the internet now, all you need is an internet connection and a device. Your phone,
right?
The device, your laptop, the tablet.
Right.
Go in, right? Go over what we teach you.
Right.
Okay. And all you have to do is look at a chart and say, okay, I think this is about to go up. I'm gonna place my trade. When it goes up, take out your money. You're good for the day.
Right. Wait a minute. So how many hours in a day are you working?
Well, to be honest, when you're first starting out when you're learning, it's just like everything else. You have to actually invest your time, learn the process.
But after you're skilled, after you learn your craft,
it can be done an hour a day from anywhere in the world.
Hour a day?
From anywhere in the world. I wake up, I get my cup of tea.
Right.
I look at what I need to do in the market. I plot out my move. I place my trade, go back downstairs with my wife.
Right.
And we watch Netflix.
And you watch Love it. You know, and the thing about you, what inspires me about your story is that that's all word of mouth.
Yeah. All Facebook, really.
It's all word of mouth, right? People are finding out about this man and going, hey, will you teach me?
Yeah.
Will you teach me? Can I get into your academies?
Yeah.
They're asking you. You're not even going out there. That's not your primary driver.
No, I don't. My problem is not to get sales. It's not recruiting. This isn't an MLM. This isn't affiliate marketing, nothing like that. This is what makes it different. If I teach you, I can teach you everything. Right. Right? It doesn't matter how much money you make.
Right.
It's not going to affect how much I make.
Right.
So why not teach you?
Right.
You know? And so we're all in our own individual paths. It's not like at a job where someone doesn't want to help you, because you might take the spot. It's nothing like that. You can make as much or as little, no matter who you are, no matter your background. Deante section.
My God, in Zion, what is amazing. Amazing what God is doing in this season that we're in. Anointing a man like Deante section, giving him that mandate to help others break the generation curse of poverty. He's giving you the system, and you could very easily have made the choice, you know what? I've got this system. I can just take care of me and mine and not anything else. But you've gone into the nations. Now you're talking into the nations. So listen, as we wrap up, I want you to look into that camera. This is your opportunity, Deante, to speak into 93 million homes that shows broadcast, 200 nations. Give somebody that's watching you, say, that's good for Deante, but I've failed too many times. It's too late in my life, to do something. This is your opportunity to motivate them that they can break that generation curse. Take it away, Deante.
So bottom line is, no matter what your background is, no matter where you're from, how many times you failed in the past, every day is a new day. With Forex, every day is truly a new day. All right? So if you're looking for a way to make a better lifestyle for yourself, maybe you want to make more recitals for your kids, be there for more birthday parties, take more family vacations, live somewhere completely different. Now is your opportunity to do that. It's all in your time. You have us to help you break the cycle.
Deante section, God is raising up young men in our generation to do what you've been called to do. I love that we've been given a platform where we can bring generals, warriors like yourself that are on the battlefield, making a difference in people's lives every day. Deante section, will you come back and see me sometime?
Oh, most definitely.
On the show? Deante section, thank you so much for being on the show. Everybody, we are at the point of the show where I will give you a word that's burning within my spirit for somebody watching our show. You know, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most commonly asked questions that I get about the God Made Millionaire TV show is, what type of guest are you going to have on your show? Well, ladies and gentlemen, having a prime time TV show that is nationally syndicated opens up a lot of doors in the entertainment industry. There are any number of celebrities that our producers could call, and They would be honored to be on this show, but God didn't just give me this platform for TC Bradley. He gave it for faith-based entrepreneurs and faith-based leaders to come on the show and to share their God-given dreams to the nations. 200 nations in prime time. People like you heard from today with Deante's section, who literally God has anointed and assigned the task of helping his generation break the curse of poverty with his program. People like Shelby, who by living his life, God has assigned him a purpose of living a life of no hands and no excuses. This show is a platform for the dreamers to come on and be showcased to the nations. You know, ladies and gentlemen, God Made Millionaire TV, people sometimes ask about that. I've had religious people say to me, TC, that term, God Made Millionaire, that is the most anti-Christian term that they've ever heard. Well, here's what I would say to you, is that the term self-made millionaire is the most anti-Christian term that there is. There is no such thing as a self-made millionaire. Let me say that again. There is no such thing as a self-made millionaire. All wealth comes from the Lord, every bit of it. And we're going to showcase these leaders on our show each and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What I'd like you to do is tune in, set your DVRs now, go to our social media sites, and like and love and back the people that are coming on this show. Why is that? Because one day it's going to be your turn to come on this set and share your God-given dream. All right, my producers are telling me I got to get out of here. But before I go, we got to do a little prosperity dance. Big Mike, hit my music. Sometimes during this week, you got to throw on your shades and you got to do your prosperity dance this week. But take it to the South Side. I'll see you next Sunday night on God Made Millionaire TV. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, God Made Millionaire is not just a financial show. God Made Millionaire is going to be the launching pad for dreams, specifically God-given dreams. God has given me this platform, not just for me, but for you, to give you a platform where you can come and share with the nations, over 200 nations, 93 million homes, that dream that God has given you. You're going to be able to share it to the nations on the God Made Millionaire TV show, Sunday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Word Network.